This man is traveling to another dimension.
Okay, I think I should take my safety shield off then.
A dimension of sound.
Jay, get another toilet. We'll communicate this way, okay?
It's Friday, I can't hear you anymore.
A dimension of sight.
James, have you seen this from up here?
Yeah, it's very cool.
A dimension of landscaping.
To see it finished looks absolutely amazing.
Awesome. Wow.
My name is James. I'm a landscape designer.
This would be cool on someone's patio.
My partners and I come to trade shows like this one to learn about the latest design trends in building materials, to make sure that we're always at the top of our game.
Hey, James!
And we need to be, because I've got a brand new client and she's got a flair for modernism, the absolute latest. This is Brinly's house.
We bought this house about 18 months ago, and it's a very modern house.
The client has this great big modern, well, postmodern, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but it's a great big cube. It's in the ground, it's made of concrete, it's got a few big windows.
Just almost finished the renovation of the inside of the house, and so it was time to have a look at the garden and make that garden as nice as the house.
The client's backyard, I have actually never seen anything like it attached to a house that is pretty well thought out architecturally, a beautiful modern piece. You get to the backyard, it looks like, I don't know, some dog's breakfast, some amoeba-shaped deck that's somebody's idea of a garden design. I have no clue how they got to that point. There's actually a couple of dead trees in there, and so that's gonna be a bit of a nightmare.
I was attracted to James's work because it was a much more modern design aesthetic.
The back is very, very long. We're just gonna be dealing with the front half right off the back of the house. So it'll be interesting to find out how it's gonna connect in with that natural backdrop furthest part of the yard.
James, when you're off the phone, we'll talk about the drawing.
Is it for 2 o'clock?
Because I was going to talk to myself.
I had it down.
Because I've been sitting here for an hour,
About 2:30.
trying to talk to you. And I can't read your notes. Deck out. People,
But
wow.
that's training in landscape architecture training.
This looks like
That's
my
where I learned
doctor's
it.
prescription.
Didn't you learn how to write like this in landscape
Viagra,
architecture school?
Cialis.
Lauren's got to come up with a design that will take this dog's breakfast to best in show.
Super. What does that say? Could you please decipher
It
your
says, this better be the best drawing you've ever done.
So they like to entertain,
They like to entertain, they want a main area. She basically wants a refuge from the storm.
So we can do something really interesting.
Yeah, I think so. We've got a concrete deck here. We're gonna keep it. There's existing railing here. Let's cut it off. Let's do something more modern. The stairs that lead down to the basement are rotten. They have old timbers, interlock. We're gonna pull them out.
All right.
We can use some man-made pavers that are
That's
modern.
unusual. We haven't used
Yeah.
that for a while, but there's some nice products now that have that lend themselves to a contemporary effect. In fact, I don't think this house, if we put natural flagstone, it might look too formal or traditional for that.
It might look too much, and you know what I told her? There's no there's no reason to drive up budget just to use stone. You can use man-made pavers. It'll tie in with her. She's got a concrete facade on that house. It'll tie in perfectly.
Now it's up to Lauren to draw this thing.
What we're proposing is a more rectangular patio that's going to accommodate a dining area and a lounge area. This is going to be an arbor, and the intent is they're going to be able to place their dining room table under here. What I'm doing now, these little bars I'm drawing now, are proposed screens that we're going to tie into the house. The two screens that are at the either end of the arbor, they're going to be a bright orange, while the others will be a clear, opaque white.
That's right, orange.
The inspiration for this garden was actually this watch here. When we met with her, she said, "I love your watch."
We had both talked about our love of the color orange because I had commented on loving his watch. So he actually incorporated the color orange into the design.
Brinly loves our design,
I can't wait to see it done.
so it's time to get started.
So here it is, Jay.
Jay is my contractor, and he'll be making this design jump right off the page.
Plant material, the existing cedar hedge here. Don't worry about that, that's gone. Junipers, that's gone. The euonymus standard here, although it's quite a beauty, we're gonna get rid of that too. This ancient euonymus sarcoxy, all of them, we're gonna keep them intact because they're gonna add a lot of sort of greenery to the side.
These plants will provide some definition behind our translucent screens.
You can see this old stump here. just grind it down. I think it's probably it's probably rotten right through.
And the good news is, 2 weeks ago, Brinley's neighbor's tree helped us with the demolition.
This tree decides to fall on top of the deck. The furniture's done, the deck's done, and as you can see, this Acer Negundo is done, or Manitoba maple.
At first, I thought it was a total disaster. The end result is I'm thrilled because I get to buy a whole new patio set that goes with the style of the garden.
It's an omen from Mother Nature, and I think that means we're on the right track.
I'm totally thrilled to see the garden being demoed.
Well, sort of thrilled. Turns out Brinley was thinking of replanting this euonymus somewhere else.
I'll get you new euonymus, no problem. Sorry about that. We got Zorro here. No, I know, it's my mistake, man.
We're taking out the deck and the wooden stairs. We're also replacing the old stairs to the basement with concrete slabs. And how are we putting this yard back together again once everything's cleaned out?
I just want to go over this planning plan before we finalize it.
It's important that we have the layering effect to give some height on the edges here.
I was thinking maybe hornbeam or something columnar. Create a dense screen wall behind these screens. What you have proposed for in front of the hornbeam hedges here?
I thought we'd have a nice combination of carex and astilbe.
The Chinese astilbe, which is the lower one?
Right, the pamela.
Yeah, the pamela.
Which
Okay,
is,
good word.
And the great thing about carex and astilbe is they'll tolerate shade.
So the plants we've got under control. Just where are we going to find orange screens?
Look at all the colors, man. I can't believe it.
I've got just the place, and I've got just the inspiration to go by.
I'm looking right here right now, and I'm seeing number 303 here, and it kind of looks really...
It's like a pumpkin orange.
Yeah, pumpkin orange.
Yeah, it's a great orange.
Yeah, so that just pops. See, we have this really modern arbor, very minimalist patio, and these two screens will flank a seating area, and it'll just give a great big punch of color to the garden. Is there anything they should know when they're using acrylics outside? Say cleaning, anything like that?
Yeah, clean. Best way to clean it is you don't use any household products.
Right.
Soap and water is the best way.
So hey, we're going in the back?
Yeah, I'll show you in the back.
So I should probably put my carbonate acrylic shield on?
There you go. Perfect. You're not gonna wear that, are you? This is where we cut it the side, cut it the shape. This is where
That's
it goes
incredible.
on. Just like the poles are doing here. This has all been done on our CNC.
That's wild, man.
That's a great thing with plastic. You can do anything. Bend it, cut it, shape it. You can do whatever you want with it.
Excellent.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, there she is.
So basically, you just get us what size you want us to cut it to, and we'll get it going for you.
Beautiful, man. Look at that. And that's the exact, look at that color.
Yeah,
right,
beautiful
the
color.
same as the watch.
Perfect.
Beautiful, man.
We've got our screens. And back at the site, the basement stairs are in and the stump's coming out. And once the stump is gone, we can regrade the yard and start in on the patio.
The other issue is one that's pressing are the stairs. The stairs I haven't ordered yet, and one thing Brinly wants me to do immediately so it doesn't go beyond the end of the job are the stairs. We have to order them, and she would like wood instead of steel now, so I've got to figure out a design, which I've been putting off and putting off and putting off. I've got to get back and get these stairs ordered.
Well, we need a modern design for a set of stairs. Like a nice open area staircase, wooden, not metal, because she doesn't want metal anymore.
Brinley's stairs are going to have stainless stringers supported by Brazilian Ipe treads. It's modern and works perfectly with her house. As for the plants, they've been delivered and Brinley likes a lot.
So this is the variegated carex that we're planting on both sides of in front of the arbor, and this is the Astilbe ardense, which is a really beautiful flower will come out of here, pink and white. There's two different colors here. These are French hybrid lilacs, so a beautiful mauve color that'll come out. This is Sure Spot euonymus under here. It's got a really interesting variegated foliage here with this really creamy center. We've got a combination in here of daylily mixed with a geranium. They will naturally cascade over the edge to soften it up and create the foliage contrast with this nice spiky leaf.
The transformation of the garden is just incredible. I'm not sure if it's so much the planting as it is these vertical structures going in, but you can just begin to get a sense of how incredibly beautiful it's going to be. will these be, James? Is this the finished height?
No, this looks a little strange right now. It's high, 8 feet to finished height. So these will all be lopped off with we'll have a laser level, and we'll just lop them all perfectly off and put their crossbeam in after the screens have gone in. Dynamite, guys. Holy crow. Look at the watch here, man. Exactly the same color.
Pretty damn close. What about the chairs in the dining room?
Chairs in the dining room?
The orange
Are
chair?
they orange too?
Yeah.
We meant to do that.
Yeah.
See, the indoors ties with the outdoors.
Yeah.
I'm really blown away with it because of it's just an icy blue, and it even ties in with the patio. And the orange is a complementary color. I love it.
Orange and bluish gray
Yeah,
together.
it's so beautiful. So I'm really excited.
Until a phone call the very next day.
Brinly, how are you?
Brinly just loves the orange screens, but they have her husband seeing red.
Give it a week, you'll get used to it.
No, he wants it changed.
That's the whole highlight of the whole.
Yeah.
It was based on that orange
Orange is
color.
a pretty strong color for
Oh, it's
people.
really strong.
Wow. I think they look awesome. Would you be willing to go with a more subdued color?
Oh, I still want orange.
Oh, you still want orange?
Oh, we still want
Good.
orange. Oh, yeah, guys. Don't get me wrong. We just want a different tone.
You sure about changing this, man? This looks amazing. What is it? The blue and the orange is the complementary colors?
They are. They are, and they're gorgeous together.
So we love it. Let's change it.
You win some, you lose some. But my bets are paying off with the stainless guy who has come to build our stairs. And we have a simple solution for the screens.
Sometimes, you get a color sheet up there, and all of a sudden it's way too bright or way too intense.
If you put the frosted in front of it, you'll tone it down. You could put a white backing on it, so if you want to cut the light transmission through it, this will become even more opaque.
We sent Brinly and her husband to pick out something to make the screens less out there.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in front of the orange to tone down that brilliant sort of the color of my watch effect.
Okay, so we go from light to dark.
It's red now. I like it a lot. The color of the screen went from that orange, the color of the watch and this glass sort of thing, to the color of the fire.
Red?
Yeah. I like it a lot, actually.
So it went from
You know a blood
tangerine?
orange?
Yeah.
You went from mandarin to a blood orange.
Our stair guy, Mike, is on Brinley's case.
Hey James, how are you?
Good. Because that concrete pad is like sunken right in the middle, I was just concerned about the elevations of each tying in.
So you don't want it to slope around the deck?
No, I was just wondering, man.
Yeah, here, actually, I'll show you what I did.
Yeah.
I went with my laser, and then I did measurements at all the posts.
So you've got a contour elevation map up there, top concrete.
See every
deck.
post, eh? Minus 5/16, plus 5/8.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it'll be a little higher than 42 in certain sections, but
Totally fine. Yeah, as long as it's a nice straight top rail. Looks smooth. It's gonna be really stealth. It's gonna be awesome.
well, she'll like it.
Oh, she'll love it. She'll love it.
Now, if we can just get the railings installed within the next week, we'll be golden.
The railings will be installed this week. He's
Oh,
good.
very
He's
fast.
really good. Anyway, he's got a cute dog too.
He has a cute dog?
Yeah, he's got a cute little dog. About this big.
The problem right now is we made this section here a little shorter, so I have to take that one back to the shop because I have the dimension wrong.
Railing going in.
Just the railing and the staircase, right?
Yep.
Finally, out with the temporary stairs and in with the stainless steel.
The TV.
As Jay installs the Ipe wood under these stealth stairs, we're still on the waiting list for the glass inserts for the railings.
What's up?
These inserts have to go in. For Brinly, it's becoming an insurance issue.
Brinley's waited enough. She's patient enough. I want it done by Friday. In the meantime, we're going to put wood up to appease the insurance company.
But I tell you, when that glass finally arrives, this yard is gonna look spectacular. We'll just have to wait a few months to see it. Although Brinley's already bought her dream backyard furniture, our stylist Lisa is gonna help us push her yard past the finish line.
The entrance is
It's a little
perfectly in
tricky.
tune to keep people out.
Oh, James, I love these panels.
I love them too. You've got a little bit of a sort of a heavy over here on the heavy lines, the straight lines, and then the back, it's more natural. It's a natural setting. So I think we could maybe soften it a little bit.
You have these two great areas. I want to create some kind of flow between them, some kind of unity. And in terms of furnishings, I think a good idea to break away from that and soften things up a little bit. Otherwise, it looks all too similar.
Yeah, it's gonna be dynamite.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I hope Brinley likes it.
This is the exact color, I think. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm actually thinking maybe this will soften up the space on the concrete floor on the deck.
Wow. This is a cavern. I still haven't pruned those things.
I love it.
Whoa.
It's such an extension of the house. They walk down to this concrete deck, which, we didn't veneer in the end. We didn't put stonework on it. We've kept it the way it is. Added these Ipe stairs, inviting you down to the lower patio. So we regained this entire space, creating this incredible flow through from the house to the garden.
James did what he promised me he would, and that is, he said, I'm going to make your garden every bit as beautiful as the interior of the house.
Mike did a fantastic job here.
It's very simple, but very
Mike did a
elegant.
fantastic job.
I sort of was like, "Where's Mike? Come on, get to the job site." But in be all and end all, at the end of this whole deal, it's stunning, and I'm really happy for
I guess
Bryn. that she got
patience
this.
is a virtue.
Absolutely.
In the end.
Yeah.
I've especially enjoyed the panels because they're incredibly beautiful in all seasons.
See how the leaves are pushing against the glass?
Look at that.
It looks like a painting, doesn't it?
It looks like a painting.
When you see the light coming through it and the tree behind, I really love that because that to me makes it a garden that I can enjoy at 3 in the morning, in January, in June, whenever.
The panels you could easily unclip, and you can put a blue one in tomorrow if you want. You could actually have a collection of 3 or 4 panels, depending on your mood or depending on the season, and change them up.
Even though the orange became rust, I'm still happy with it.
I like it.
I love it too.
The way it ties in with the pillows and everything. It's
That's very cool.
A lot of the plants are chosen surely out of the fact that they're low maintenance. They're not gardeners. They want something low maintenance. They go away on the weekends. The carex grass and the astilbe flanking the bottoms of the arbor, and what they'll do is they'll blend together and create a really beautiful texture change. We're not having a little collection of everything here. We're just having different foliages that will just sort of play off one another.
because the patio's so big, it seems like the arbor kind of still breaks it up a little bit.
Well, it shows that you really have to beef up an arbor for this scale by making it 6x6s rather than 4x4.
I agree. Remember what was here, Lauren? Like this amoeba deck that's
rotten, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like a grand panel-shaped deck that was all rotten.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the before pictures of our garden, it's hard to compare that to the incredibly gorgeous garden we have now. Definitely, this is more our style.
The whole intent of this was to have a lounge and dining area adjoining each other, so it became an outdoor living space with these walls, making it feel cozy.
I can't even imagine actually having a party in a space like this. I mean, I can imagine it, but I can't
drink now.
I know. Can't we have a crantini or something
so
now?
awesome.
It's like that open concept kitchen. And you know, you'll always be at a party and no one will leave the kitchen. Well, that's the sort of the feeling I think this big patio is going to create.
My relationship with the garden has really changed since it's been renovated. Now it's just an unremitting pleasure to look at it and to be in the garden. The kids love being out here and playing, and we're eating outside a lot more. It's become a much better relationship.
I've never worked with a client who has such positive energy. I just felt so awesome when this job was done, for a place for her to just hang out and relax, and that was the ultimate sort of goal. All my jobs, I want them to be this way.
What do they want for the garden?
I don't care about that. You figure that out.
Huh?
I just sell the stuff.
Why are you looking over there? I'm here.
Cut.
Okay, so Bryn wants, they've got a basement entrance. Brinly.
Oh, so you call her Bryn?
Yeah.
You met her how many times?
Oh, yeah. Once.
Cut.
So they want the kids to be able to run around here, or is this more for the adults?
She basically wants a refuge. She wants
Cut.
Why are you looking over there? I'm here. You're talking to me about the garden, right?
I'm gonna walk out of here.
Okay.